So something that I find really fascinating about energizers more generally is that they're not always immediately clear why they're so useful in the first place. It's important to recognize that for certain individuals, it takes just a little bit more time and kind of rationale to why we're doing these things. Right? A really good example comes from a quote straight from a feedback form that I recently received. The student says, I struggle to see the value of doing weird exercises like throwing an imaginary ball at each other while making weird noises. Overall, I found that 80% of the exercises did not contribute to designing a meaningful life because they were uncomfortable. Unfortunately, it was much more about making a fool out of yourself rather than learning about yourself. So now keep in mind that this was one student out of 40 plus. He definitely is an outlier, but they're there. And it's our responsibility as a facilitator to communicate the why of energizers very convincingly. You do not want individuals to really be scratching their heads for long periods of time after various energy consuming exercises and still have them not understand the purpose of it all. And so what I want to do in this section is to dive deeper into the why of energizers. So there's 6 basic reasons, main reasons that I think energizers are so incredibly useful. Number 1, they help create psychological safety, right? This environment where people really thrive and flourish without worrying about being reprimanded or getting too much pushback. Secondly, connection. Energizers really stimulate the connection amongst teammates in all kinds of ways that we're going to be discussing throughout this section. Number 3, creativity, right? They bring in that spark. They help us observe things from alternative angles and directions. 4, they literally force us to bring attention to the present moment. They really help us bring in focus to what we're doing. 5, they energize us. They require energy, but at the same time, they bring energy into the room and into our bodies. And 6, they serve as lifesavers. They're tools that we can use quickly to get us out of trouble. So let's dive deeper into each of these 6 steps.